Oh yeah. With me suffering through Masters of the Universe Revelation this week, I needed a little bit of Castlevania in my life. We're going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about an art developer for who apparently has done work for Sucker Punch, losing his fucking mind on Twitter, and me reminding him, she's never gonna fuck you, bro. So let's get started. My name is Micah Curtis, who actually does get fucked by women.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic hat and said, "By the power of Grayskull!"
Welcome to Micah and The Hatman Live. All right, Hatman. You actually have a pick of the week this week.
I do.
What be it? Tell me about Jifk,
It's
as Jazzy Jeff would say.
so GIF is a movie about the proper way to say the word GIF. No, it's JFK. It's Oliver Stone's JFK, which was a controversial movie when it dropped because of the fact that it insinuated a vast conspiracy by the military-industrial complex to assassinate JFK, and that Lyndon Johnson was involved. And yeah, conspiracy theories abound, but this one was sort of played off like historical fact. Do I believe that this was actually the case? Probably not. But still, it's an entertaining movie, and it's Kevin Costner in it, and I don't know, like it's weird how, looking at it now, it seems a little bit more like historical fiction, despite the fact that it is based on real events. Like, Kevin Costner's character was a real dude who actually did try to prosecute someone for conspiracy to kill JFK for fucking reals. But the way that it plays out is just, it is basically a conspiracy theory. So watching it now, you're like, the JFK, a lot of the JFK files, at the very least, not all of them, have been released, and they reference that at like the very end, that some of them won't be released till I think 2039 or something, and some of them have been released now thanks to Trump. And there isn't really anything about a vast military-industrial complex conspiracy, at least that we can fucking tell. So it's almost like looking at simultaneously historical fiction and an artifact of the past, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And of course, like when this came out, yeah, it was super fucking controversial. I can't look at it with that kind of lens. To me, watching it now, it's like, this doesn't seem controversial at all. It just seems kind of like someone's wish fulfillment on what actually happened. It's like if somebody made a movie about what was actually on the missing minutes of the Watergate tapes. Like, fucking, we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's really the only way I could. And it was pure curiosity of why I watched this movie, just to see what the fuss was about, because I think it came out in like 91 or something.
Yeah.
So this is 30 fucking years old now, and I don't know. It's hard for me to even see like how 30 years ago this was super fucking controversial.
I don't know.
I don't
Like, it seems that any time, at least even back then, that JFK's assassination was brought up, it was kind of a hot button topic. You know.
So, yeah, I guess the only thing we could really compare it to is like 9/11, And the whole, 9/11 truth thing has been around since what, like the week after, if not the day after the towers fucking fell.
Yeah.
So, eh, I don't know. It does seem like an artifact of the past. Like it's kind of hard to look at now with any kind of, how can I explain it? So, you know how some movies you just watch for the fact that it's for historical purposes almost. You're not watching them actually for entertainment. You're not watching them because you actually want to. It's just to see, what it's all about.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't even have a really fucking good example for it. That's basically what it felt like for me. I wasn't super entertained. I wasn't super intrigued. It was just like, let me see what this is about. Okay, I don't I don't get why everyone freaked the hell out over this. I don't get why everyone thought this was either a really good movie or a really disturbing movie. Is this a movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that a lot of it just had to do with some people said that it kind of fed to conspiracy theory and stuff like that, which some of which Oliver Stone actually does. He believes something fishy happened because he actually was recently on
Oh
RT,
yeah.
on one of the shows on the network called Going Underground, and he actually talked about this. He talked about JFK as a film, and he talked
Hmm.
about what he thinks. He does think that something funky went on here, because if you look at Lee Harvey Oswald as a person and the
Hmm.
things that he had done, because he had spent time in the Soviet Union,
Yeah.
that in and of itself is weird that we let him back in.
Yeah.
Um, on top of that, he actually attempted to assassinate another federal official the day before.
Yeah.
So,
And he was looking to defect too, like to be a spy and
well, that
defect to the Soviet Union through Cuba, was he not?
he successfully did. He successfully got to the
Okay.
Soviet Union, and they gave him everything that they give everybody else. It's like you go
Hmm.
work in factory now, comrade. And he did, and he kind of struggled to do anything well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a pain in the ass for him to get back to the U.S. when he decided he didn't like it there. And but basically
Oh, oops.
the Russians didn't really care about him because like he uh, he basically sucked at everything he did. He was kind of worthless, you know, as a worker.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to the United States. Says like, "Oh, I could tell you about, such and such." Like, but you don't know anything. So yeah, he had a very weird life. Um, but to say that he was a Soviet sympathizer would be an understatement.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of weird shit that goes around it. But at the end of the day, it still could just be a crazy person with a rifle killed the president. You know, and that's what Oliver Stone's take on it seemed to be. So, but fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know if I can give it a recommend. It's just it's there. That's all I can say. Yeah, Gabe in the chat's like, seems like a movie that's just there and makes you go, all right. Yeah, basically my reaction to it.
Yep. Eric, Hardboiled actually says here, got a beautiful score by John Williams to boot. I did not know Williams scored this
Yes.
one.
Yes, I didn't realize it either. And then I saw his name in the opening credits. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, cool.
Um, Personally, when it comes to me and Oliver Stone, I'm more of a fan of Natural Born Killers, but that's just me.
Oh yes, Natural Born Killers is a great movie.
I don't know how
Funny, I
many.
just I just recommended that to a friend of mine, and she was like, I don't like it very much. It's definitely a love it or hate it movie.
I don't know how many of his films I've actually seen though. I would actually have to look at a list. Give me a sec. Um, on it, he did write Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
So, which that movie's fucking awesome, and he wrote Scarface. I've seen Wall Street. I've seen The Doors. Seen Natural Born Killers. I've seen U-Turn, which was all right. I've seen Alexander.
You haven't seen Platoon?
Oh, he did do Platoon, didn't he? Yeah, I've seen Platoon.
Yeah, Platoon is his big one.
Yeah. So I've seen a few, not all of them.
Yeah. Nixon, W.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big football guy, but I don't see any football movie ever topping Remember the Titans. That's a classic. That movie's too good. Like, seriously. There's certain movies, in my opinion, that are so good I have a hard time believing they exist. That's one of them. Another one is Gladiator. So, all right. Servant highlights a message, and he says, due to a rare tie with the movie vote, I, as vote keeper, pulled rank, got this off the list. 1 million years BC is the next movie night pick. Well, there you go. And like I said earlier, if you are not already subscribed to this channel, it's only $5 a month. Or if you have Amazon Prime, it's free with your Prime subscription. And you can enter the Discord server and enjoy movie night with the rest of everybody, plus Mecha Mondays as well. So, there we go. And then Harbold says his grandfather, R.I.P., was a Nam vet. He noted that Platoon is pretty much the one Nam film that got it right because Stone was a veteran. Interesting. My dad isn't really a Vietnam veteran. He was trained during that time at Bragg, but he didn't actually go over. The one thing that he said, though, is he thinks that the training in Full Metal Jacket is an exaggeration. So, but then again, he was Army. All right, time for my pick of the week. I actually listen to music, believe it or not.
Well,
mostly because I've been doing a lot of writing and trying to get caught up on some things. Mostly because I was sick for so long this month. And I really realized that with everything going wrong, and for those of you, I haven't actually said what it is. What all has gone wrong this month. Car's dead. I don't know if it's the battery, the alternator, or the starter. Probably just the battery, but there's that. I had an infected tooth that spread to my jaw. So I had to get on antibiotics for that. Englewood funding had started really slow. Now it's picked up a little bit more. We'll probably hit 15K by, I think by, whatchamacallit. By the second month. But it's going to be tight. What else is there? My payment from RT came late because of some banking errors on their part. As such, my sleep schedule had been all over the place too. So, and then on top of that, me and the lady friend broke up. I had a very bad July. Didn't get to go see my family either for the 4th of July, which really sucked. So, it's, got to put the donation goal back up. So needless to say, it's been a very rough month for me. And whenever this sort of thing happens, like my depression, which I have clinical depression, so it's not going anywhere. It's a disorder, you know? That all of that made it that much worse. But one thing that I have found is that music has this wonderful way of bringing my spirits up. And when that sort of thing happens, when I kind of stumble on certain songs and certain albums, they really do a great job of just bringing me back up and bringing my spirits back up and getting me back on track and reigniting passion. Which I've realized that when my passion gets out there, somebody actually mentioned this to me in the Discord server too. is they said when you're passionate about something, everybody realizes it and people want to be around you because you suddenly are on fire, and that is something that people want to be around. You know, the last 2 late night Micah shows have had like 40, 50 viewers each, whereas previous weeks had only been 20. You know, so needless to say, and probably the only reason that we got less viewers this week is because we're doing the show on Sunday instead of Friday like we usually do. So, so regardless, one album that really gets me to focus in regards to where my goals need to be and what I need to be doing and where my heart is at, is Scar Symmetry's Holographic Universe. Just to answer the questions in the chat, yeah, if you become a Twitch subscriber and you link your Discord account to Twitch, then it'll automatically put you in my server. So yes, you have to be a subscriber, or you can go through Patreon or whatchamacallit. I'm forgetting the name. Subscribestar. So, plenty of options. And if you just want to go give me extra money, you can do all of them. So, but anyway, this is an album, Holographic Universe, or the band Scar Symmetry. I don't think they're around anymore. But they are a Scandinavian melodic death metal band from Sweden, specifically. And for those of you who don't know, I am a big fan of a lot of melodic death metal from that region, because it's just such a different take on this sort of thing. It's a different take on metal. And Holographic Universe is an album that basically is about purpose. Is about your place in the universe. Your place in your purpose. And finding it and understanding it. And not really setting a limit to yourself as a person. Just because things aren't exactly going the way that you want them to, or because that, don't limit yourself. Don't limit this idea of you can only be this, you can only be that. There is more to you as a man. There's more to you as a woman. There's more to you as a person. And those sorts of things are things that sometimes we have to remind ourselves of. You know, that we do have a purpose, that we exist for a reason. You know, and if for some reason that we get away from that, which I was starting to, things just start to suffer. But now that I've picked myself back up and now I'm getting ready to kick some ass, now I'm feeling a lot better. And this album really helps with that. So if you're into melodic death metal, if it's something you're really interested in, this is an album and a band that you really should give a shot. Scar Symmetry. So that was my pick of the week. Thank God for metal. Seriously. All right.
Yeah.
Talk about a backlash. So one thing I should probably qualify my statements on the video I did on my channel. When I say I don't care about Clownfish TV, it means I don't watch them. I don't care to watch them, and I don't pay attention to YouTuber feuds. They don't concern me. They don't make my day any better or worse. It's inconsequential. You know, as such, I don't know about them. All I know is that Kevin Smith was lying about this and that he didn't need to. So, because there was some guy who came into the comments and was like, actually, this person from Clownfish did blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, stop that. Just stop. I don't care. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
If you like them, absolutely. Getting pissy at me doesn't mean they're going to have sex with you. Stop it. So... I'm kidding. But in all honesty, though, it's like you don't need to virtue signal for your favorite YouTube channel, guys. And that includes us. You know?
Yeah, please.
You know, it's
no sense in it.
It's silly when the social justice types do it. It's silly when anybody does it, you know? But this was interesting to me. So the reviews for and by the way, I have nothing against Clownfish TV either. I don't care. That's just it. I just don't care. But anyway, the backlash against Masters of the Universe Revelation has been substantial. They are claiming that it was review bombed. No, it wasn't. People just aren't happy. That's basically it, and they have good reason not to be. Again, there's nothing about this that's worth lying about. It's like you basically just say Prince Adam has disappeared following a cataclysmic event while he was defending the Castle Grayskull against Skeletor. It is up, ergo.
Where have I heard that before? Prince Adam has vanished, and it's up to everyone else to go find him. He suffered a catastrophic defeat or failure. Right. Is he on an island in the middle of nowhere?
Okay, I get where you're going. With this. Let me pitch, you fucker. But no, but in all seriousness, it's basically this idea that, or you say he has been lost. Something to imply he died saving the world. And now Teela has to be the one to step up and save Eternia and unfuck the planet and bring back He-Man. That in and of itself is not a bad concept. It's not a bad idea. The problem, of course, whenever it comes down to concept, is execution. I tell people this all the time. Any concept that you come up with can be a good story. It's how you execute it. Because a journey following Teela after the loss of her friend, and she's trying to basically get her head back together to save Eternia, that could be interesting. That absolutely could be interesting. That's not a story that is worth lying about. And yet Kevin Smith did. And on top of that, like I said in my review, he willfully wrote Teela as a Mary Sue. He willfully wrote her like Rey from Star Wars. Willfully. And here's the thing. Kevin Smith knows how to write good female characters. Don't believe me? I have 2 words for you. Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
That movie's incredible. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But he knows how to do it. He knows how to write good characters. In fact, there are good characters in this show. Orko is really good. Evil Lynn is good.
Really?
Yeah. She's fantastic. Though it helps that she is voiced by, what's her name? Cersei Lannister. Chat, help me out here.
God damn it. Of course I'm going to forget her name.
She's
Lena Headey.
Yeah, Lena Headey. She does fantastic as Evil Lynn. Like, if there was a live-action He-Man movie, she would be an awesome pick for that character. She does great as Evil Lynn. Like, the other characters in the story are good, and there's some interesting parts to it. But Teela herself is just insufferable. And that's what ruins the whole show. People have a reason to be pissed off about that. It's like, if you're willingly going to write a female character like this, because again, Kevin Smith is a seasoned writer. He's written, he's not just a seasoned writer with film. He's done comic books too. He's done Batman. Yep. He's done Spider-Man. He's done Daredevil. He knows what he's doing. So to make these decisions is willful, and that makes it more insulting. And people are pissed. People are absolutely pissed. And they have good reason to be. Especially, I'm not even a Masters of the Universe fan. Not of the original show, anyway. I love the 2000 reboot. The reboot's fucking awesome. You have Cam Clark as fucking He-Man. Sold.
See, that's the only one I remember. I never really I've watched like I think 2 or 3 episodes of the original series. I watched the what was it 2002 2003 series. I watched that when it was new
Yeah, that
because I
was
remember going, hey Dad, He-Man. He's like, oh, He-Man. I remember watching that when I was a kid. Yeah, it was
yeah.
cool. It was badass too.
Yeah, with
But
with old He-Man, like the only thing I think of is that "Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah" video. That's the big meme. Like
yeah.
that's all I remember of it. Um, but regardless, this is something that I really hate. It's like this concept of like, oh, I'm just getting review bombed. No, no, you're not. Like people are
No.
voicing that you did a bad job, and you need to. I would think that he's used to people telling him that he did a bad job. This is the guy who did Yoga Hosers.
Um, Tusk.
I
That
haven't.
movie is stupidly polarizing.
I don't remember if I've seen Tusk or not. I know what it is. I just don't remember if I saw all of it.
Yeah, it's fucking. I watched that movie drunk, and I still thought it was too fucked up.
Um, yeah, I have seen it. It was. I didn't think it was that fucked up. I just thought it was kind of weird. Um,
Yeah, well, fucked up. Yeah, weird, fucked up. That's what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Definitely out there.
But Kevin Smith has had some stinkers. You know, like
What was the one with Bruce Willis?
and Tracy
Red
Morgan.
State?
Well, Red State was the other horror, the other horror one he did that was not good.
Well, what the
Um,
fuck was the-
let's see here.
Cop Out.
Cop Out. That's
That's
it.
what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Um, but like, yeah, he did Yoga Hosers. He did Red State. He did Cop Out. Like, he's made some bad films. He should know that sometimes you just don't do what you thought you were gonna do. You weren't as good as you thought. You know. He also has friends that that have dealt with failure like this before, and have have been able to roll through it. Ben Affleck being the prime of them. You know, he's very good friends with Ben. So
No, yeah.
so yeah, like, Kevin, you deserve every bit of the backlash. This wasn't worth lying about. And more than anything, it's like you need to just own up to your shit. You know, like the funny thing is there are some interesting parts to this show. Tila's just not one of them, and she drags it all down. You know, like it just. Sorry, man. Like unless people are like threatening to murder your daughter, I don't want to fucking hear it when it comes to this like review bombing and all this other shit. Real quick, couple donations. Chaos Sonic goes to the bucket and says, with Clownfish, they didn't want to talk about this anymore as they thought it was just a rumor when it started. Kevin kept on bringing them back into the fray, dragging their name in the mud, and there was a bunch of articles basically bashing them. Right, but here's the thing. I don't know them, so let me say this, and I don't care to, because I don't get involved with YouTubers anymore. What I will say is this. I have not met a YouTuber that doesn't like attention. So, if it is the opposite, I don't know. I haven't met them, so I'm not going to make a character judgment call.
We're no exception, by the way. We do enjoy attention.
Yeah, dude. I will monetize that shit. I will use people's stupidity to monetize it and make money off their stupidity. I will absolutely do that in a fucking heartbeat. You know, because you might as well. You might as well lean into it. You might as well, enjoy that time, and laugh about it, to be honest with you. And then Bobcat throws in a bucket and says, it's not review bombing, it's consequence bombing, Kevin. Nice. I like that one.
Go. There you go.
All right. Hatman.
Yes.
Tell us about a walking Me Too moment. Named, what's his name? Xavier something. Xavier Rick, who is a
I have no
A
fucking
three a
idea.
3D artist who apparently has done some freelance work for Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Well, former Insomniac. Yeah, former Insomniac employee or worked at least on the newest Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah.
So, precursor to this is the story that went out about Activision. Activision is apparently in some hot water with the state of California, which is accusing them of facilitating sexual harassment and basically creating a corporate culture that's arguably worse than Konami's.
Oof.
That's whew, woo lad. But anyway, that that news going out, it seems brought out a whole lot of feminist allies on Twitter, especially allies from the gaming industry, who promptly fell over themselves to find out who was the most ally. And this guy's submission, I shit you not, was I fought for I fought to keep one of the main characters in the newest Ratchet and Clank from having tits because I am such a good feminist ally.
So, real quick, just so you guys know, we do not support harassment of any kind. I actually had to say it in
No.
on the comments of the last video I made. Do not harass people ever.
No, don't. Do
Yeah.
not.
But
Do not.
for people who want to read the tweet thread, leave him alone. But if you want to read the tweet thread, you can. But just look at this dude's face, and he just looks like a creep.
Yeah. It's oof. Oof. Um
I'm going to actually.
so
I'm going to put his picture in the Discord server.
okay.
I'm actually going to
There's
delete the tweet thread, but I put his picture in there, and I want the ladies who are in my Discord server to look at that and say whether or not that you see that as a future suitor or not. But anyway,
actually any gay or bi men in the Discord server also. I want to know, does this guy
would you?
would you continue?
Would you? That's the only question. Would you? Would you? I wouldn't. But
Ugh.
this dude,
So-
like, if he was around my children, if I had children, I would be putting my hand on my gun. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'll do it for you. I don't even have kids, but just in case,
Yeah.
I can use it in defense of others.
Dougie Fresh says he's already blocked by him.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
I probably will be, because I just tweeted him like, she's never gonna fuck you, bro. But regardless, so now we kind of have to get into some art theory here. So the idea that you're like fighting against putting, because like part of it was like he said like was like feminine traits in general, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so here's the thing. I can understand if you're doing a game that has anthropomorphic animals, arguing against putting too many feminine traits on it, because it can get a little furry-ish, and you don't want to. You never go full furry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never go full furry, but you want to be able to give a distinction of who the male character is, who the female character is. Is there something wrong with that? He actually asks in there. No. For example, with Ratchet there, his jaw looks more masculine. His eyes do not have long eyelashes. Things along like that. His build is different.
His torso is a triangle. Yeah.
Whereas with a female character, if you're going to do anthropomorphic animal, there's actually very simple things you can do to dictate whether or not it's female. For example, long eyelashes. Again, having their build be a little bit different. You don't have to give them ginormous titties, because that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But just a little bit to be
Softer,
distinctive.
softer curves for God's sake. Like that's the
Yeah.
Standard. That's pretty much standard.
Yeah. So
But no, apparently it's terrible because how dare female characters look feminine?
yeah, Loco Kick in the Discord server says, "I have no interest in those of the same gender as me, but the small gay part of my brain is screaming in pain." Oh no! Oh shit!
Oh, no.
And then Serena, one of the ladies, says, "Time to reset the clock very soon." Oh, so that's a no from Serena.
Oof.
So
Oof.
so Xavier Creepo, just to let you know, dude, you were just rejected by a black woman, so your allyship has failed. Oh no. So
Oh man. Oh well.
no, Anger Green Boss, you're not in the wrong server. You're in the right place, especially if Changus is saying "Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker." But anyway,
Oh man. No, it's so fucking stupid. This reminds me of when they took the tits off of Miss Keen for the Powerpuff Girls reboot. Because apparently like it's not right to have, female characters looking remotely feminine at all.
yeah,
And the excuse for this is, well, it goes against the message of the game that it says that you can be a hero no matter what you look like, unless of course you look stereotypically feminine, in which case, sorry, get back in the kitchen. Apparently,
yeah,
fuck's sake, fuck's sake. What gets me the most of all this though, the most, he actually ended the whole unhinged rant with, if you don't push back against tiny little things like giving Rivet tits, you're essentially saying those things don't matter. They fucking don't. they don't. Why was this worth pitching a fit over? Why was this worth like ripping down posters and getting legit angry over? Not to mention making a whole goddamn Twitter thread about it. Fucking why?
it wouldn't surprise
This
me if
is
Sucker Punch is not bringing him back.
yeah, really.
Jesus, Chaos
Holy shit.
Chaos Sonic threw in a bucket and says, "This guy reminds me of one of the guys we will indoctrinate your children vid," and this is from the sex offender
Oh
side.
god.
Oof. And then a few other ones. 420 Gunny threw in a bucket and said, "I think the new Ratchet game might bomb." And Chaos Sonic threw in another bucket and said, "I do understand your feelings with Clownfish. I was just explaining context from his POV." And he says the stinker for him with Kevin Smith was not a film, but more of a comic called Spider-Man Black Cat: The Evil That Men Do. Really?
Mm.
People are pretty divided on that one because it makes Felicia a rape victim. But that's actually the prime example of his willingness to actually put women in situations that are hard. And the fact that he won't pull that trigger again, I'm not saying Tila needs to get raped or something, but the fact he won't pull the trigger on suffering as a character makes me think that he has sold himself out. And in my opinion, you need to be more Kentaro Miura, less that. Like less Ryan Johnson is the anti Kentaro Miura. I've just realized that right now. Kentaro Miura will put he put characters through some shit. Ryan Johnson is just like, women suffer? No, must give superpower. Durr. So, yeah. Captain Thunder Nuggets throws in there. He says, "Can I throw in one little thing? Women like boobs too. They do. I've known many women who like their own and are very proud of them. So
it's incredible. It's like if you're on the internet too much defending women, you never actually meet one and understand that they like things.
yes, exactly.
Huh.
All right.
Looks like an old grumpy Joss Whedon from Hardwell. Oh God.
Oof. And he's younger. That's even sadder. All right, time for the Q&A.
Probably like Joss Whedon too.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Creepy.
So Raz Khan wants to know.
One. Yep.
Raz Khan wants to know, for entertainment, what are your thoughts on steampunk in trying to get through K.W. Jeter's novels. I don't really know anything about it,
I don't know who that is.
so I couldn't really tell you.
Steampunk is just steampunk for me is basically just an aesthetic. Like I don't read stories set in some kind of alternate steampunk universe. I don't engage with that thing. It's literally just aesthetic for me.
Yeah,
So my thoughts on it are, looks kind of cool.
yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, RPXS. What about being more like Go Nagai? Well, that's another good example. He's not afraid to put his characters through some shit. And then why am I forgetting the name of the guy who created Evangelion?
Hideaki Anno.
Yeah, Anno. He will put women through some shit. I can't really say. Why does my brain keep going to Itagaki? It's not Itagaki. It's Tamino. Tamino sometimes will put women through some shit, but mostly it's children with him, which is possibly even more disturbing depending on your perspective. So, though to be honest, like a lot of us, especially men, have a more guttural reaction to a woman suffering than sometimes children, unless you are a father, in which case then you do, you know. So, all right, let's hit the Angry Green Boss is in there. Awesome. All right, I just noticed that. Bleh. Melee Brawler wants to know if the court ends up ruling against Activision Blizzard in the upcoming lawsuit, what do you think will happen to the company in the aftermath? There's gonna be some internal restructuring. That's for fucking sure. People are gonna get fired.
I think only a couple of heads will roll just for the PR purposes, and they'll pay the fine, and nothing substantial will change. I do not see anything substantial changing. They'll fire the leakers.
Angry Green Boss wants to know. So you're okay with anthropomorphic character stories that are not overly sexual? Yes. Furry creeps me out.
I mean, any kind of story with a talking animal is going to be anthro to some degree.
Yeah.
Like it's
Zootopia was not a bad movie.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I wouldn't say that's furry. What's that one anime that somebody asked me what it would cost to review, and I said
Beastars?
Yeah, I said $1,000. Because somebody sent me a clip of it, and like, dude, look how fucked this is, and there was some rabbit titties, and I wanted to commit suicide.
Nope, draw the line at rabbit tits.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Nope.
And then people try to convince me to watch it. I'm like, shut up! No!
Maybe that guy should have worked on Beastars instead. Take the rabbit titties out.
Oh, God. Yeah. Fuck me, dude. So, unless you're in a fursuit, in which stay away. But no, seriously. Just fuck me, man. Like, that's... No. Like, that shit legitimately creeps me out. It always has. Hardboiled asks, since you guys gave the single greatest review of anything ever with Y the Last Man Volume 1, thoughts on the upcoming show? I still haven't, yeah. Well, people said they were going to pay us for the next volumes, and they haven't yet. So,
it's,
I mean, if they can do it justice, it's going to be an awesome show. But are they really going to do it justice? In this day and age, it's going to get a lot of criticism from feminists. Because there are literally pints of that book. I've read past volume 1 where there are killer feminists that have literally hacked off one of their titties.
Yeah, the fucking cult there. Yeah.
Yeah.
By
the way,
oh yeah,
I don't know if they're actually going to do that cult and actually have them be mono-boobed. But if they do, I feel bad for any of the girls that are cast in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna have to press down one of the twins for hours, and that shit's gonna hurt.
Oof.
So, my prayers are with you.
Yeah.
Apparently
apparently the first episodes drop in September. So
I'll be
yeah,
watching.
I'm
Absolutely.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely give it a watch. Hopefully they don't fuck it up, and I'm gonna knock on wood so they don't fuck it up.
Yeah. The Daughters of the Amazon. That's it. So,
So
thank
yeah,
you,
that's it.
Hardwell.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
does make a good point. They could CGI it away, but I don't know.
they could.
They'll probably go practical, I would think, on that one though. In which case, again, I
Yeah,
feel sorry for those
depends
women.
on the budget.
Like seriously, I feel very sorry. I'm not trying to be like some ally bullshit. I've been around women my entire life, dude. Like, you have any idea how many boob complaints I've heard in my lifetime? Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Look, I have 4 sisters, a mother and a stepmother, and several aunts. Boob talk was inevitable. So,
Yeah, I mean, if bras alone are enough, imagine how bad wearing a binder would be for hours at a time
yeah.
while you're active, no less.
Like there was a Thanksgiving that like my dad comes home while I'm helping him prepare the meal, right? Because he ran to Walmart to get some stuff, and he goes, "So did I miss anything?" I said, "Well, not really. You know, this sister's finally here, and shortly after they arrived, boob conversation began. So I've just stayed in here." We just laugh about it. It's just part of it, part of the growing up around women, you know. But anyway, enough about the boobs. Servant asks, I've been trying out the new GTA Online update. They let you run a mostly legit auto shop, race underground cars, and heists are nuts. Need 3 dudes bad enough to rob a military convoy in game. Please help. We'll see. When it comes to multiplayer nights, I want to start doing more of that, but we got to get through Sea of Thieves first. So, I think we got one more tall tale for me, Piper, and Xavier to do. So, and Brain.
Servant, important question.
PC.
What PC? Oof.
Yeah. So, but whenever we get to doing, I know at some point we will do GTA because Optimus is a big GTA guy. So, and I want to do heists again. Okay, Loco Kick wants to know, not really a question, he just says good album to suggest would be Prophecy of Ragnarok by Brothers of Metal. Is it a power metal thing, I'm guessing? So I'm not the biggest power metal guy, but I'm always up for suggestions. So, Bobcat says, since the super chat got missed. Wait, what? Oh! No, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. He said, is it so hard just to make a sequel or reboot of a series that resembles the original series? Does it make the audience miserable? Apparently, yes. I would say that it is hard. Like, Japan seems to pull it off better than anywhere else.
Yeah.
When it comes to remakes.
Well, I would say it's hard. It depends on how much reverence you have for the source material. Because when the first reviews were coming out, in the Discord was talking about it. I said something in there like, well, fucking, how come the 2000s had really good reboots of old 80s toy shows?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had a good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had a good He-Man. They had the good fucking Thundercats. They had a good fucking Transformers show. Hell, even there was a G.I. Joe show that was really fucking good, even though it was, like, web only. But fucking, it's not difficult. It's just a matter of how much respect you have for the source material. And I said something akin to, like, the difference between what we're seeing now versus what we saw then was those shows were like a father making that show for his kid. Like, hey, this is what I really liked as a kid, and I'm hoping that you'll like it too. Instead of now, it's just we're going to make it with the idea that the built-in audience will watch it, but it's not actually for them because fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, no. It's not hard. You just take some respect.
Chaos Sonic goes in another bucket. He says, don't get me started on Slot messing up her character by making her a crime boss. When I saw that, I was like, stop. And then 420 Gun, he says, can you play this clip? The voice actor who plays Anne Bond in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Pegs, she sings a parting glass. The beautiful Irish voice. Tell me what you think. Yeah, we'll have a look at that for when we do the anime cringe too. Let me cue it up. Okay.
Oh, Dread too. That's right. Dread was really good.
Dread was awesome. But yeah, why is everything a miserable deconstruction? Yeah, I think it is the lack of reverence, honestly. That's why I don't like Mark Millar very much. You know, it's like I must deconstruct everything. Stop it, you Irish prick, or is he Scottish? I don't remember, but he's a prick. Anyway, Chaos Sonic. No, I just read it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I didn't. Would have been fine with Black as a Cat as a rape victim if we didn't already learn about her black backstory with Walter Hardy and her becoming Black Cat to free her father. It felt like an unwanted addition. It's a valid criticism. Let's see here. Serena says, I need help with calculating goals and prices for the crowdfunder. Do I know anyone? I'm bad with money. So here's our process when we do this. So take notes. Hatman and I, we come up with estimates for everything. We come up with estimates based on page rate for inks, pencils, colors, all that. How much is that going to cost? Then we factor in printing. We primarily use Mixam. Now, one thing I have noticed is that Mixam's costs are all over the place sometimes. Sometimes they can cost you a lot. Sometimes they can cost next to nothing, depending on when you look at the website and how busy they are. And we tend to estimate on the high end, but their website does have a built-in estimator, and that's how we come up with that. Shipping, depending on how many copies you are shipping. With us, we average about 400, 500 copies for each book that we've sold so far. Runs us about $3,000. Now, if you ship less than that, obviously you're not going to be spending as much. So,
no, but shipping is where you'll get killed.
Yeah. But on the flip side, we do run calculations on how much it costs per individual one, and that's how we set our shipping costs. Normally, it's about $10 domestic if you're using priority mail, which we prefer to do. We don't like media mail because it takes way too fucking long. Books get lost way too fucking easy. We prefer priority. But yeah. Because right now, like, the weird thing is that Englewood Book 2 is going to cost us... Yeah, now it's estimating way less than what we originally looked at. We originally looked at it was going to be like $3,000. Now it's saying $1,300. So, to be honest with you, if I could reduce the amount needed on the Englewood campaign, I would probably pull it down by a couple grand. Mm-hmm. Just because now the costs aren't as high as they were, you know. In which case, if for some reason the campaign doesn't do well or it doesn't make that goal, then we'll just relaunch it with at like $12,000 or $13,000 instead, you know. I'm thinking that, and the other thing that I've also noted that if you're getting funding when the book is being worked on, you probably shouldn't look at how much you need within 2 months. You should look at how much you think you can make in 2 months, and then set an idea of what you need to have by the time it's done. In which case, $15,000 would be it. So we probably should have set it at like 10 or 11. But what also killed us is that we're still fulfilling 3 nights, 4 days. So, because that was another thing about our shitty July, is that stuff happened. But you just sent out another batch, didn't you?
Yep. I think we're over a quarter of the way fulfilled now. Hopefully that'll skyrocket this coming week. But
yep. And
God, I've got no fucking idea at this point.
Yeah, and Preston is actually sending Hatman the pages in the books that have sketches in them, and he's also sending me 2 free pages of this book.
Mm-hmm.
I love Preston as a person. I love his art. So like we didn't figure out like what was gonna go on the wall next to me. Like that's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna frame those pages because God, like Preston is so fucking good at what he does.
If he sends the Seder page, I'm sending that one to you. That one needs to go on your wall.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That one needs to go on your wall.
Xenonic says, regardless of actual quality of the anime, because of certain themes in B-Stars, people are just going to be turned off from it. What other pieces of media have people recommended you, but you don't watch due to certain things that are included in it? I've never seen Birth of a Nation. Because it's about the clan. So I have no desire to watch it. That's one example. Some people have actually told me that Sallow is a really good movie. Despite its subject matter, I'll probably never watch it.
And then
when I worked at Channel Awesome, the cinema snob tried to talk me into watching fucking Caligula. I'm like, dude, fuck you.
Why the fuck would anyone watch Caligula?
Because Brad's a fucking weirdo. I like the guy, but Jesus.
Yeah, weirdo would fucking like Caligula, unironically.
Yeah. He loves it because it's a dumpster fire. And then Loco Kick says, just thought of his question. Since he's never heard our thoughts on it, what do you think of the Calgar comic by Marvel? Not the biggest fan of Gaiman's Blueberry Brigade, but Calgar is a character I did like, respect, have my own thoughts, love to hear yours. I'm not really familiar with it, honestly.
No, neither am I.
I didn't even know that Marvel had done Warhammer 40k comics. I'll look into it. Let me see who the artist was on it. Because I feel like you gotta have a specific... Like, if Mike Deodato Jr. did fucking Warhammer shit, I would be all over it. No. It is Jason Burrows. And that's the cover artist. No, Jason Burrows did do it. Shit, I'll read it. I love Jason Burrows. I'll look into it, for sure. Jason Burrows did a lot of stuff with, whatchamacallit, with, Alan Moore in his Cthulhu Mythos books. So he also worked on Crossed. Him and Matt Martin, I think, were the two primary artists on that. All right, guys. It is time for the cringe because we hit goal. So we owe one clip. Don't mention Crossed again. Dude, Hatman and I have both read it, and it is beyond fucked. It is beyond fucked, but the fucking salt scene. Holy shit! What? Oh, there were a couple more super chats. Sorry, I missed them.
That's how you can tell I am fucked up, because I am laughing at that shit.
Bobcat throws the book and said, finally looked at the picture of the furry boob guy. He looks like he made EVS's old soy boy sketch out of mismatching Photoshop elements, but took away his hair. Damn.
Whoa, holy shit.
420 Gunny threw in $3. He said, I forgot to ask if Hatman can make my cop character a detective, Detective Higgins. That would be awesome. It's just a face cameo. Just so you guys know. Like, they're not going to be actual characters, like, that are recurring, because then we get into intellectual property. So, yeah. It's just a cameo, you know. You will know it's you, you know. So
I think somebody sent something about, like, a patch they wanted on their uniform or something.
Yeah. So
like that's different. Like that could probably be accommodated.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. Because there's one guy who wanted to be in tack gear. There's a scene.
Yeah.
That is the aftermath of the Saint attacking some people, where there's SWAT there and detectives and shit like that. So we can accommodate. Yeah. That's not a problem. So, but it's not like we're creating characters based on you. Just so you know. So, the legal part of that would be a fucking mess. Nobody suggested cringe though. I'm kind of shocked at that. I do want to send out some good vibes to Deimos. Apparently his cat died today.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Deimos, I just want you to know that we're praying for you, buddy. It's hard. I know how you're feeling right now. You'll get through it. So, oh, where do you suggest it? In the Animu section in the Discord server. But the priority goes to whoever donated the most, and then from there we pick whichever ones will be the most interesting. Oh wait, Bobcat's on it, and he sent a good amount of money. So, all right, so Bobcat's got it. Now, if somebody donates $3, then we're obliged for another one. So just so you know. So let me cue this up.
Was it more Doggo-chan?
Yep, Korone won. She
Yay,
is back.
Doggo-chan.
We like her around here.
We do like Doggo-chan.
My Japanese is actually not going very well, so that's another thing that's kind of been weird about this month. I'll do stuff with like the numbers and things like that, and I just then I start, it's like, what is the Japanese word for one? And then for some reason my brain goes to Italian. There we go. Okay, Ishi-ni-san. There's 1, 2, 3. So, give me 1 second here to activate this. Let me reset my capture card real quick. Should have done this before the stream. That's my bad, guys. There we go. Well, there you go. Changus Khan throws in $3. No message. I guess he just wants more cringe, which is fine. We're happy to accommodate. Okay. Let me just...
how do we do a super chat? Streamlabs.
Yep.
The link is in the...
link is at the bottom.
Well, yeah. I can't say description. Is it a description? I don't know. Twitch is different.
It is indeed different. Okay. So Changus gets the second pick then.
It looks like it's more Korone.
This is the entirety of Samurai Gun. Well, we try to keep it short and sweet, but all right. So Korone and Henry Stickmin is the first pick. Are you ready, partner?
All right. I'm ready. Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, go.
What the fuck am I watching?
This is Henry Stickmin.
I have no idea what the fuck Henry Stickmin is. Did he just say Hatman get away? Oh god.
Nah. I'm gonna have to play this Henry Stickmin game at some point. Like,
Oh god.
bombs?
What the fuck, Hex?
Jenga? What the fuck?
オストライクだね。ベラベラベラベラベラベラ。チャージ。お、すごいぞ。
What the?
勝っても強いんだよな、
What the
メカは。
Where did you get the chainsaw from?
I don't know.
よーよ。
Though, admittedly, that is a really good,
That's Earthbound.
Judging by her reaction, I'm guessing Mother is actually pretty popular over there. I wouldn't know. I know nothing about, like, Mother or anything like that, so...
地味に外してる感じ。嬉しいとか言っちゃいけんだな、これ。PSY。
UK Flash.
強いよ。うわー。
That is a really good, like,
You crying?
reduplication.
You flash me
ボス
too.
はね、こうギザギザなんだよね、このドゥルドゥルドゥルドゥなところが。わあ、強いぞこれ。フラッシュ。チキチキチキパン。あ、やばいよ。あー、強すぎるのこいつ。くそー。ボンボン。
What did you expect hitting him with a yo-yo would do?
スマッシュ出るのかね、これね。
Only appear and smash what?
あの、
Bottle rocket?
あよ。ペンシル
Oh
ロケッ
man,
トで勝ってやっぱりペンシルロケットなのよな。
handling Jeff there.
やっぱりペンシルロケ
Okay,
ット
that
しか
achievement
勝
was
たんの
really
よ、マ
funny
ザー
too.
2はね。これもう一回。最強なのよ、もう。
Alright, so that's the end of that one.
なんだ。
Alright.
あ、
Next one. Karoni tries to laugh like SpongeBob and it's the cutest thing. Okay.
Oh no.
Are you prepared, Hatman, for adorable?
Let me win.
3, 2, 1, go.
わー。
Nice hoodie.
そう、バカにしやがってよ。あ、スポンジボブだ、見て。Hey Bob. Hey hey Bob. イェーイ。
Good attempt.
で、箱も開けて。
Oh
あ、
my
待って。なんでスポンジボブの笑い方可愛いんだろうね。って本当に笑うから。
Oh my fucking god. Oh god, that was funny.
Hardboiled
That was
says
funny.
she deliberately alters her voice to sound like a fucking baby. Let me just say this. Speaking as somebody who has met a few Japanese women in his time, they are really good at... some of them are very good at being cutesy. And
Oh, yeah.
they know it. So... but some of them also... it's a cultural thing. They enjoy it too. So... Alright, finally, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Parting Glass Ending Song. So I'm going to have to send this over to Hatman real quick.
Yeah.
Hold up. Okay.
Yeah, considering Tom Kenny has to grab his Adam's apple to laugh like that. Yeah. Or, like, he strokes it or something. Yeah, it's... that actually happens. Can't do it naturally. Okay.
Alright, tell me when you get it pulled
Alright.
up. We can't listen to this for
It's
too
pulled
long
up.
for fear of DMCA. We can go for a minute. But we will give it a listen. So,
Alright.
3,
Tell me when.
2, 1, go. Did you ever play Black Flag?
No. I have not played an Assassin's Creed game past the first one. The first one just soured me to the whole franchise.
I spent a tear would come, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for
She has a beautiful voice. But I have no context for what's going on. All I know is that, like, this character that's in this is the grandfather, I think, of the protagonist from 3. Okay. So that's the end of that. Yeah, she's got a very pretty voice.
That song reminds me of like an end credits song of a generic fantasy movie.
Damn, dude. You gonna do her like that?
I mean, I'm not knocking I'm not
Just
knocking her
giving you
singing.
shit. But,
It's just the song. The song just sounds kind of generic.
all right, folks. It is that time. We appreciate you all hanging out. Got some new subscribers today. We are at 30, which was my goal for the month. So we hit it. Next goal is going to be 35. You know, we'll keep climbing and we'll keep building this up. I think that for those who don't know, I am a big fan. I just love live streaming. You know, I like it a lot more than doing videos. Though my passion for doing videos is starting to come back. So passion for a lot of things for me is starting to come back. And yeah, it's just awesome. One thing to mention though, tomorrow, for those of you who check my YouTube channel around 5 o'clock, New Things I Love. I just finished it yesterday. Things I Love Gears of War will be debuting. So, something to consider.
All right.
In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and take off. We do appreciate you guys being a part of this. Obviously, you're all awesome. And you guys, I hope you had a great weekend. And we'll be back hopefully on Friday. If something changes, we will let you know. Be the Discord server, social media, anywhere else. But until that time, my name is Micah Curtis.
Now I'm Alex Baldwin, and no, putting tits on a cartoon rat is not worth raising hell over.
Agreed. We'll see you guys soon.